That's all it took for The Sound of Music to convince audiences they were watching the perfect family. The laughter felt real. The chemistry felt effortless. And the beautiful hills of Salzburg made everything seem almost magical. But according to Angela Cartwright, what happened behind the scenes was far different from the flawless story audiences remember. Because once the cameras stopped rolling, things became a lot more difficult than anyone realized. Filming lasted nearly 6 exhausting months between Hollywood and Austria. For the young actors playing the Von Trapp children, it wasn't just another movie. It became an entire year of growing up under pressure, far away from home, constantly waiting, constantly rehearsing, and dealing with problems the audience would never see. The weather alone became a nightmare. The production was hit with endless rain delays in Salzburg, forcing the cast and crew to sit around for hours while schedules kept falling apart. The child actors became restless, pulling pranks around hotels just to stay entertained during the long stretches of waiting. But some moments became genuinely dangerous. During the famous gazebo scene, Charmian Carr accidentally crashed through glass and badly injured her ankle. Instead of stopping production, the studio quietly covered the injury with makeup and wardrobe so filming could continue. Then came the boat scene. When Maria and the children fall into the lake, things went horribly wrong behind the scenes. Kim Carath couldn't swim. Crew members had to rush in and pull her from the water while chaos broke out around the cameras. But in the final film, the scene still looked playful and carefree. That was the illusion of The Sound of Music. Everything painful stayed hidden behind smiles. Even Julie Andrews dealt with unexpected problems. Her hair was heavily bleached for the role after early coloring attempts turned it bright orange. Actor Daniel Truhitt later claimed bleaching his hair and eyebrows caused long-term damage years afterward. And then there was Christopher Plummer. While audiences adored Captain Von Trapp, Plummer spent years openly criticizing the movie. He famously nicknamed it The Sound of Mucus because he thought the film was overly sentimental and far too sweet. He never expected this musical to become the role people remembered him for. But as time passed, even Plummer slowly changed his opinion. Watching families continue to love the movie decade after decade made him realize something important. Beneath all the music and sweetness was comfort, hope, a story people wanted to return to when the world felt uncertain. And maybe that's why The Sound of Music still survives after all these years. Because behind the perfect songs and beautiful scenery was something surprisingly human. Exhaustion, injuries, frustration, pressure. Yet somehow, all of it came together to create one of the most beloved films in history. And once you know what happened behind the scenes, you never quite watch it the same way again.